Hey everyone, it's time for another Fragment Friday, hosted by James at Book Chic Club. And this week my Fragment Friday is The Duff by Cody Keplinger. And this is the ARC cover of it. The final version has her blowing a bubble, which is kind of fun. So there we go. I'm going to read you two scenes. The first one explains why the book is called The Duff. And the second one is the kiss that's talked about in the back of the book. So they're both very fun scenes and really set up the book very well. I absolutely loved the book. So it was really funny. So I hope you guys enjoy the teaser today. And just as an FYI warning, there is some language in here. So if I guess that's my warning for the board. There is some swearing and stuff that goes on. But it's not like gratuitous or anything. It's just... For me, it's a normal teenage, normal amount for a teenager. I know I swear this much when I was 18, 19. So, hope you guys enjoy. And, yeah, here we go. Oh, also, it takes place at the teen club that resides in Bianca's town, and Bianca's the main character, sometimes referred to as B, and she really likes cherry coke. So here we go. I sit to my cherry coke, watching the clock at the bar. The second hand seemed to be frozen. I prayed the damn thing was broken or something. I wouldn't ask Casey and Jessica to leave until 11 any earlier, and I'd be a party pooper. But according to the clock, it wasn't even 9 yet, and I could already feel myself getting techno music migraine, only made worse by the pulsing strobe light. Move, secondhand, move! Hello there! I rolled my eyes and turned my glare to the unwelcome intruder. This happened once in a while. Some guy, usually stoned or rank with BO, would take a seat beside me and make a half-assed attempt at small talk. Clearly they hadn't inherited the observant gene, because the expression on my face made it pretty damn obvious that I wasn't in the mood to be swept off my feet. Surprisingly, the guy who'd taken the seat next to me didn't stink like pot or armpits. In fact, that might have been cologne I smelled in the air. My disgust only increased when I realized who the cologne belonged to. I would have preferred the fuzzy-headed stoner. Wesley fucking Rush. What do you want? I demanded, not even bothering to be polite. Aren't you the friendly type? Wesley asked sarcastically. Actually, I came to talk to you. Well, that sucks for you. I'm not talking to people tonight. I slurped my drink loudly, hoping he'd take the not-so-subtle hint to leave. No such luck. I could feel the dark gray eyes crawling all over me. I couldn't even pretend to be looking he couldn't even pretend to be looking into my eyes, could he? Ugh. Come on, Wesley teased. There's no need to be cold. Leave me alone, I hissed through clenched teeth. Go try your charming act on some tramp with low self-esteem, because I'm not falling for it. Oh, I'm not interested in trance, he said. That's not my thing. I snorted. Any girl who'd give you the time of day, Wesley, is most definitely a tramp. No one with taste or class or dignity would actually find you attractive. Okay, that was a tiny lie. Wesley Rush was the most distinguishing womanizing playboy to ever darken the doorstep of Hamilton High. But he was kind of hot. Maybe if you could put him on mute and cut off his hands, maybe, just maybe, he'd be tolerable then. Otherwise, he was a real piece of shit. Horn dog shit. And you do have taste and class and dignity, I assume, he asked, grinning. Yes, I do. That's a shame. Is this an attempt at flirting? I asked. If it is, you fail. Epically. Wesley laughed. I never fail at flirting. He ran his fingers through his dark curly hair, adjusting his crooked, arrogant little grin. I'm just being friendly, trying to have a nice conversation with, you know. Sorry, not interested. I turned away and took another drink from my cherry Coke. But he didn't move, not even an inch. You can go now, I said forcefully. Wesley sighed. Fine. You're being really uncooperative, you know. So I guess I'll be honest with you. I've got to hand it to you. You're smarter and more stubborn than most girls I talk to. But I'm here for a little more than witty conversation. He moved his attention to the dance floor. I actually need your help. You see, your friends are hot, and you, darling, are the Duff. Is that even a word? Designated ugly, fat friend, he clarified. No offense, but that would be you. I am not the... Hey, don't get defensive. You're not that... It's not that, like... Oh, sorry. It's not like you're, an ogre or anything, but it's comparison. He shrugged his broad shoulders. Think about it. Why do they bring you here if you don't dance? He had the nerve to reach over and pat my knee, like he was trying to comfort me. I jerked away from him, and his fingers moved smoothly to brush some curls out from his face instead. Look, he said. You have hot friends, really hot friends. He paused, watching the action on the dance floor for a moment, before facing me again. The point is, scientists have proven that every group of friends has a weak link, a Duff. The girls respond well to guys who associate with their Duffs. Crackheads can call themselves scientists now? That's news to me. Don't be bitter, he says. What I'm saying is, girls, like your friends, find it sexy when guys show some sensitivity and socialize with the Duff. So, by talking to you right now, I'm doubling my chances of getting laid tonight. Please assist me here, and just pretend you were to enjoy the conversation. So there you go. That's part 1. And part 2 is the kiss. So here we go with that part. Back in the same club, a couple nights later. Okay, here we go. Oh, and Joe is the bartender. Pour me another one, Joe. I slid my empty glass toward the bartender, who caught it easily. I'm cutting you off, Bianca. I rolled my eyes. It's cherry Coke, which can be just as dangerous as whiskey. He put the glass on the counter behind the bar. No more. You'll thank me later. Caffeine headaches are a bitch, and I know how you girls are. When you gain 5 pounds, you blame me. Whatever. So, if I gained weight, I was already the Duff. And one guy I wanted to impress had a serious girlfriend. I could gain 70 pounds and be no worse off. Sorry, Bianca. Joe moved to the other end of the bar where Angela and her best friend Vicky waited to order drinks. I drummed my fingers on the wooden surface of the bar, my mind far away from the music and the strobe lights. Why hadn't I insisted on staying home with Dad? Why hadn't I just made him talk to me? I kept imagining him wallowing in his misery, alone. But that's how we Pipers handled stress, alone. Why was that? Why couldn't either of us open up? Why couldn't Dad admit that he and Mom were having issues? Why couldn't I confront him about it? Hello, Duffy. Why did the jackass have to sit next to me? Go away, Wesley, I groaned, staring down at my restless fingers. I can't, he said. You see, Duffy, I'm not one to give up easily, and I'm determined to hook up with one of your friends. Preferably the one with a fantastic wreck. Then go talk to her, I suggested. I would, but Wesley Rush doesn't chase girls. They chase him. He grinned at me. All right, she'll be over here begging me to sleep with her soon. Talking to you will just speed up the process. Until then, you get the honor of my company. Lucky for me, it doesn't look like you're armed with a beverage tonight. He laughed, but stopped suddenly. I could feel his eyes on me, but I didn't look up. Are you alright? You don't seem as aggressive as usual. Leave me alone, Wesley. I'm serious. What's wrong? Go away. The anxiety inside me needed to escape, to be released in some way. I couldn't wait until Casey and I got back to our house to vent. I needed to let it out right then, but I didn't want to cry, not in front of half the school, and there was no way I was going to talk about it with Joe or the douchebag next to me, and punching someone would just get me in trouble. I couldn't see any other option, but I felt like I'd explode if I didn't let it out soon. Mom was in California, Dad was drowning. I was too much of a coward to do a damn thing about it. There has to be something bothering you, Wesley persisted. You look like you might cry. He put a hand on my shoulder, forcing me to turn and face him. Bianca? Then I did a really fucked up thing. My only excuse is that I was under an unbelievable amount of stress, and I spotted an outlet. I needed something to distract me, anything far away from my parents' drama, just for a second. And then I saw my chance. I didn't stop to think about how much I'd regret it later. An opportunity sat on the bar stool beside me, and I lunged at it. Literally. I kissed Wesley Rush. 1 second his hand laid on my shoulder, and his gray eyes rested for once on my face. The next, my mouth was on his. My lips were fierce with bottled emotion, and he seemed too tense. His body froze in shock that didn't last very long. An instant later, he returned the aggression, his hands falling to my sides and pulling me towards him. So there you go. I will leave you to enjoy the rest of that kiss later. So hope you guys all pick up the Duff. It is out in September, and like I said, I will have my review up soon. So thanks, guys. Enjoy, and make sure you stop by James at Book Sheet Club to see all the wonderful other Fragment Fridays. Thanks!